The United States and El Salvador announced a controversial agreement on February 3, 2025. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele revealed the deal. It allows the United States to deport criminals to El Salvador, including those who are not originally from El Salvador. President Bukele made a striking offer as part of the deal. He proposed housing violent U.S. criminals in Salvadoran prisons, which includes American citizens and legal residents. Bukele suggested that the United States could pay El Salvador for this service. However, the legality and feasibility of this offer remain unclear. The agreement has sparked intense debate. Supporters argue it's a necessary step to combat crime, believing it will help control gang violence and protect American citizens. Critics, however, express serious concerns about the deal's implications. This agreement marks a significant shift in U.S. immigration policy, raising questions about the future of U.S.-El Salvador relations. It also has the potential to impact the lives of countless individuals on both sides of the border. Legal experts have raised concerns about the deportation of U.S. citizens under this agreement. Deporting citizens is a complex legal process, often requiring stripping individuals of their citizenship. This cannot be done unilaterally by the government unless citizenship was obtained fraudulently. The agreement has also drawn criticism from human rights organizations. They highlight the dire conditions within Salvadoran prisons, which are notorious for overcrowding and violence. Critics argue that sending individuals, especially U.S. citizens, to these facilities could violate their human rights. The U.S. State Department's own travel advisory warns about the harsh conditions in Salvadoran prisons. This raises questions about the U.S. government's commitment to the well-being of those it plans to deport. Critics argue that the deal prioritizes political expediency over human rights. The agreement's potential impact on the Salvadoran justice system is another concern. The influx of deportees, many of whom may have limited ties to El Salvador, could overwhelm the country's already strained resources. This could further exacerbate existing issues within the Salvadoran prison system. The Trump administration has defended the deal as a necessary measure to combat transnational gangs. They argue that gangs like MS-13 and Tren de Aragua pose a significant threat to U.S. national security, claiming these gangs are responsible for violence and drug trafficking across the Americas. The administration points to the deal as part of a broader strategy to crack down on illegal immigration. This includes increasing arrests of undocumented immigrants and strengthening border security. They have also pressured other countries to accept their deported nationals. The administration's focus on gangs resonates with some segments of the American public, who see it as a necessary step to protect communities from gang violence. However, critics argue that the administration is using the issue of gangs to justify a broader agenda of xenophobia and mass deportation. The agreement with El Salvador is not the only example of the administration's aggressive immigration policies. In a controversial move, President Trump revoked temporary protected status for 348,000 Venezuelans living in the United States. This decision has been widely condemned by human rights groups and Democratic lawmakers. The U.S.-El Salvador deportation deal has elicited a mixed response from the public and various stakeholders. Trump allies, including figures like Elon Musk, have praised the agreement. They see it as a decisive step in tackling illegal immigration and gang violence, believing it aligns with President Trump's commitment to putting America first. On the other hand, human rights organizations and immigration advocates have condemned the deal. They argue it is inhumane, potentially illegal, and unlikely to address the root causes of migration. They criticize the agreement for prioritizing political expediency over the rights and well-being of vulnerable populations. The deal has also sparked debate within El Salvador. Some Salvadorans view it as a necessary evil to receive aid and support from the United States. Others, however, express concerns about the potential strain on the country's resources and the implications for human rights. The U.S.-El Salvador deportation deal is a complex issue with far-reaching consequences. It highlights the challenges of immigration policy in an interconnected world. The debate surrounding the deal reflects deeply held beliefs about national security, human rights, and the responsibilities of nations towards each other. Only time will tell what the ultimate impact of this controversial agreement will be.